In the glittering world of Hollywood, where fame and fortune are often matched by scandal and controversy, some stars have garnered attention not just for their on-screen performances, but for their tumultuous personal lives. Among these, a select few have been embroiled in allegations that paint them as serial cheaters, their romantic escapades making as many headlines as their blockbuster hits. This exposé delves into the lives of 10 Hollywood celebrities who have been accused of serial infidelity, unraveling the complex and often hidden layers of their private affairs. From whispered rumors in the corridors of Tinseltown to explosive revelations that shook the entertainment industry, these stories of love, betrayal, and the consequences of fame offer a gripping glimpse into a side of Hollywood that is as captivating as it is controversial. Gary Cooper. Cooper was not only known for acting, he had a unique habit where he kept hooking up with his co-star, like over and over. And guess what? This kind of thing wasn't a one-time deal for Gary. He was like a love pro, rumored to be cozying up with all his leading ladies, including Clara B and Lupe Velez, some of them, at the same time. Gary, being the smooth operator he was, had a thing going on with Marlene Dietrich while he was still dating Velez. Drama alert. It caused a crazy feud between the two ladies, with Velez going full detective mode on the movie set, even trying to shoot Gary in a fit of jealousy. By all means, Gary had a reputation for being a wild ladies' man. Lupe Velez. Velez achieved considerable professional success, earning a reputation as the Mexican Spitfire. However, her personal life was characterized by tumultuous relationships and affairs with some of the most notable figures of the golden age of Hollywood, including Clark Gable, Charlie Chaplin, Errol Flynn, and Gary Cooper. Velez's romantic involvements were marked by her intense jealousy. Upon discovering Clark Gable's affair with Marlene Dietrich, she went so far as to threaten to harm Dietrich. This possessiveness extended beyond her relationships to her career. As Velez entered her mid-30s, rumors circulated about a pregnancy involving a married man, adding further strain to her already complex life. Tragically, overwhelmed by emotional distress, she took her own life by overdosing on sleeping pills. Clara B. The movie star got caught up in this crazy gossip in the Coast Reporter. They accused her of all sorts of wild stuff like bestiality, incest, and even having a bunch of bedroom partners, some at the same time. Now, when it comes to love, Clara had her fair share of drama. She had this affair with her doctor during rehab while she was married, and when this came into the limelight, it not only affected her reputation, it also affected her marriage drastically. One would think that would be the end, but even after then, Clara was known for a lot of inappropriate relationships and dating scandals. To cap it all up, in 1930, her ex-secretary was on trial for stealing money. During the trial, the secretary went on a rant, spilling true stories to trash Clara. The fallout from that mess made Clara quit Hollywood in her late 20s because more sensual scandals were brought to the light, and Clara had to take a bow from Hollywood. Joan Crawford. After a tough start in life, she was dead set on making it big in Hollywood. She played the game, using her charm to snag better roles and more screen time. She had flings with Douglas Fairbanks Jr., Clark Gable, Spencer Tracy, and a bunch of other not-so-famous Hollywood folks. But, fame isn't always glamorous. In 1978, Crawford's adopted daughter, Christina, spilled the tea in a book called Mommy Dearest. It painted Joan as a mean, abusive alcoholic. One crazy detail was how Christina had to call all of her mom's love interests uncle. And get this, Joan went ballistic on her for using cheap wire hangers instead of fancy padded ones. The book and people close to her described Joan as a super jealous older actress who liked to mess with the careers of younger stars and had a big ego. Hollywood drama at its finest. Charlie Chaplin. It turns out that the man had an appetite for more than footwear. Chaplin was not only into sex, the man was a pioneer of sexual deviance. His taste for underage women is well documented. His wives' ages were 16, 16, and 18, and he cheated on them all. He and Fatty Arbuckle are reported to have organized elaborate Hollywood orgies. Apparently, Chaplin was also one of the first pioneers of the casting couch method. Not only did he sleep with ladies as part of the audition process, but the man also subjected them to some truly weird shit. Film historian Kevin Browning claims Charles would only communicate with the actress he was auditioning via caption cards and mime, supposedly to test their ability to perform in silent movies. The cards would become ever more lewd and suggestive as he got them to undress, and he would fondle their breasts in an exaggerated silent movie acting manner. Eventually, he would get them to stand naked and throw custard pies at them to feed his kink. George Reeves. Not too long before his death, Reeves abandoned his longtime mistress, Toni Mannix, who was married to MGM executive Eddie Mannix. He then became engaged to the notorious party girl he had been cheating on Toni with, Leonore Lemon, who was known to be volatile. It turns out that Eddie was MGM's fixer, who made problems go away, like end up in a ditch go away, and rumor has it he didn't mind so much if you slept with his wife just so long as you didn't make her mad. In the end, George paid for his infidelity with his life. Jean Tierney. She was a big shot in Hollywood. Her love life was like a reel of a romantic movie. Think of her as a kind of inappropriate Forrest Gump. Rumor has it she had flings with the likes of John F. Kennedy, Howard Hughes, and actor Tyrone Power. Now that's a star-studded romantic history. First, she tied the knot with fashion designer Oleg Cassini, but that wasn't the end of her love story. After that, she said, "I do" to oilman W. Howard Lee, and this happened right after he divorced actress Hedy Lamar. Talk about Hollywood drama. Jean Tierney sure knew how to keep her love life as captivating as her on-screen performances. Barbara Lamar. Barbara was the queen of tying the knot and cheating right after saying "I do" a whopping 5 times. Now, get this. Her first marriage happened at the tender age of 17, but wait, it gets even wilder. Her journey into matrimony kicked off after she got busted for performing burlesque at just 14. Talk about starting early. Barbara was like a shining star in the Hollywood club scene, rubbing elbows with all sorts of men, from dancer Robert Hobday to Arizona rancher Jack Lytle. She would date one man and give the other attention, and then date that one too. Wild was the perfect description of her love life. Eventually, this wild living caught up with her pretty quickly. At the young age of 29, Barbara Lamar's story came to a tragic end, with tuberculosis taking her away. Errol Flynn. In the early chapters of his romantic tale, Flynn's leading lady was the enchanting Lily Demeta. Their union, however, was no fairy tale. The reel of their marriage was marred by Flynn's extracurricular dalliances, the flames of passion dancing on the edges of fidelity until their love story concluded in a divorce in 1942. Yet, Flynn's romantic odyssey continued, and the lines between on-screen drama and real-life romance blurred with the enchanting Olivia de Havilland. Their collaboration in cinematic ventures sowed seeds of speculation about a romance that existed beyond the frame. De Havilland, however, remained adamant in denying the whispers, leaving their connection shrouded in Hollywood mystery. Then came the scandal that would etch Flynn's name in the headlines: Beverly Aidland, a name synonymous with tumult and scandal. Their meeting was fated when Aidland was a mere 15 years old, and as the tabloids whispered, Flynn's involvement with her became the epicenter of public outrage and legal entanglements. Ava Gardner. In the initial act of Gardner's romantic drama, she shared the stage with Mickey Rooney. Their union, sealed in matrimony, was a whirlwind of youthful passion. However, the script of their marriage soon stumbled into a tumultuous plot marked by Gardner's extramarital dalliances. The enchantment waned, and the echoes of her affairs reverberated through the corridors of Hollywood, casting shadows on the once bright marriage. As the scenes shifted, Frank Sinatra stepped into Gardner's story, a leading man in his own right. Their love affair unfolded against the glitzy backdrop of fame, but the strains of Sinatra's touring lifestyle and Gardner's independent spirit added complexities to the narrative. The climax of their union became a tumultuous blend of fiery passion and storms of discord. Yet Gardner's romantic saga wasn't solely confined to the script of marriages. It was the behind-the-scenes affairs that painted a picture of a femme fatale. Whispers of clandestine rendezvous and liaisons found their way into the tabloids, contributing to the creation of Gardner's image as a woman whose allure was matched only by the intensity of her passions. No doubt, a lot of these stars were the kings and queens of scandals. Click this video to see 10 Hollywood scandals that were covered up.